Let's get into Irenaeus.
Alrighty.
So, you want me to start or you?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, let's get into that. So, Irenaeus, I want to start off with his writings in 180 AD. So, he writes against the heresies about apostolic succession. He says that all the apostolic churches can trace their history back to the apostles that found them, and they can trace their bishops during that time period. He also says that all the churches can do this, but because it's necessary on the account of its preemptive authority, that everyone should agree with the Church of Rome. So he then gives a list of the bishops of the Church of Rome. So Irenaeus is just telling like these people that we can trace our succession back to Peter, right? So I think that's important because it's almost 150 years later after Peter that they can do this, because it's back in that time period where they don't have a lot of things that we do, but yet they can still trace that succession back to Peter. So Irenaeus also writes, but since it would be too long to enumerate in such a volume as this the succession of all the churches, we shall confound all those who, in whatever manner, whether through self-satisfaction or vainglory, or through blindness and wicked opinion, assemble other than where it is proper, by pointing out here the succession of the bishops of the greatest and most ancient church known to all, founded and organized at Rome by the two most glorious apostles, Peter and Paul. That church which has the tradition and the faith which comes down to us after having been announced to men by the apostles, which that church, because of its superior origin, all the churches must agree that is all the faithful in the whole world, and it is in her that the faithful everywhere have maintained the apostolic tradition. So that's a very, very important whenever you're looking at church history and the early church fathers, because he's clearly saying here that the Church of Rome is the church and that we must follow it.